Good morning, students. In this class, we are going to study about the second chapter of object-oriented methodology, where we will come across what are the things that are in Java, that is introduction to Java. Here, we will discuss about what are the history of Java and how it is named and what are the features and how we will write the codes in Java. First, what is Java? As you know that Java is a programming language and a platform. It is a place where different types of applications can be developed. It is a high-level, robust, object-oriented and secure programming language where we can be able to bring a new software which will be highly robust as well as object-oriented and have a more security. Before that, I will tell about the history of Java. History of Java is very interesting. It was developed by James Gosling in the year 1995. He used in internet programming, mobile devices, games, e-business solutions, and given a significant points that describe the history of Java. You will be thinking that why it is named as Java. Because the team of James Gosling had gathered to choose a new name. They suggested words like dynamic, revolutionary, silk, DNA, etc. As you know that Java was one of the top choices along with Silk, since Java was so unique and most of the team members preferred Java than other names. Java is an island of Indonesia where the first coffee was produced. It is a kind of espresso bean. Java name was chosen by James Gosling while having coffee near his office. Now we will discuss about in our previous class we had also discussed about the applications, and we will now also discover about the different types of applications used in Java. Java is used to develop desktop applications such as Acrobat Reader, Media Player, Antivirus. It is also used for creating web applications such as isctc.co.in, Java T-Point, and you are visiting many websites in your life is built by Java. It is an enterprise application such as banking applications. Like in our college, our system, our ERP is developed by Java codes. It is also used in mobiles. The Android phones that you are using is also because of this. Because of Java, we can be able to develop mobile applications or mobile softwares. It is also used in embedded systems, smart cards, robotics, games, and etc. Now we will discuss about the features in Java. Previously we also discussed about the Java features like it is simple, it is object oriented, it is portable, it is platform independent, it is secure, it is robust, it is architecture neutral, it is interpreted, it is high performance, it has multi-threaded functions, it is distributed, it is dynamic. As you know that simple. Why it is simple? Because it is very clean and easy to understand the codes of Java. And you know that object-oriented programming, it is implemented in object-oriented programming. Hence, we organize our software as a combination of different types of objects that incorporates both data and behavior. Why we called it platform independent? Because it is different from other languages like C and C++, which are compiled into platform-specific machines. While Java is the write once and run anywhere platform. Means you can write Java code in any platform and run anywhere. It is very secure by using, we can develop virus-free systems by using no explicit pointer, and Java programs run inside the virtual machine sandbox, due to which it is more secure. Robust means strong. Java is robust because it uses strong memory management technique. It is architectural neutral because there are no implementation dependent features. It is portable because it facilitates you to carry Java bytecode to any platform. It has high performance than other traditional interpreted programming languages. Java is distributed also because it facilitates user to create distributed applications in Java. It is also multi-threaded because a thread is like a separate program executing concurrently. In Java, programs that deals with many tasks at once by defining multiple threads, which will be discussed later. I will tell about many things about what is multi-threading, what is distributed. I will tell it later, but now you just have to know what is multi-threaded and distributed, what is dynamic. A dynamic language is a Java. Java is a dynamic language. It supports dynamic loading of classes. Next, here we will discuss about what are the types of executions are done in Java code. First, we just have to create a Java program, then we have to compile it, and then we have to run the program. What is creating a program? Creating a program means to write the Java codes by using class file. In my next slide, I will discuss about that. By creating a Java program, we can be able to do as many functions, many operations as we can be able to do any other platforms. While once you write the program, you have to compile it. Why? By compiling it, we can be able to know is there any error is in the code or not. Once the compilation gets successful, you can be able to run the program. Compiling is done by using javac program name .java, and we can run the program by using Java program name. Now you can see that it is a simple Java program where I am trying to print a message that is hello Java. I just have written that class simple public static void main string args system.out.println hello Java. I have just written it a simple program and I have compiled it and run it to a. Here I will tell one by one what has been done. After writing the code, during the compilation, when we compile the Java program using javac tool, the Java compiler converts the source code into bytecode by using javac. As once the javac converts the source code into bytecode, it can be easily executed. It can be easily executed by using Java class name. Okay. Now I will make you understand what are the things used in this course. What is class, what is public static void main, what is system.out.println, and what is string args. In my next class, I will make you understand about these terms related to these programs. Thank you.